and in colour.
Life and in colour. Well, you're in black and white.
I am in black and white. It's my thing now, black and white.
Well, it looks great, you see. It like
Because-
sets off the hair. It's
Yeah,
like, oh,
exactly.
look.
So I just like, my hair determines what I put on. When I put on colour, it's a bit weird, but you know, black and white today. I'm on fire today.
I know you are.
I'm gonna crash and burn later, but right now I'm on fire.
Okay.
Yeah, since been on call since 8 o'clock this
Well, you'll
morning.
crash because you've burned if you're on fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I feel good.
So tell me about your week.
I knew that I would now. Oh dear.
That's my wedding song.
No way.
Yeah, that was our first dance.
Oh, that's lovely actually.
Mhm.
Actually, what was it like? You know,
No.
no.
It was full on boogie.
Oh, my week. It's been a very, very interesting week. I spent Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at home. And I was climbing the walls really because I had a flat tire on Sunday. And this mobile unit was supposed to come in and save me. They didn't arrive until Wednesday. And I thought, okay, Monday, yeah, work from home, okay. Tuesday, oh God, I don't want to be at home. Wednesday, But it's fixed now. Pathetically, when it got fixed, I just got into the car and drove. Because I wanted to get out of the house.
Because you could.
Yeah, because I could, exactly. Made me realise how lazy I am as well. I could have walked. I could have just walked, but I refused.
You chose not to.
I chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Gave myself every reason not to walk. But yeah, apart from that, it's been a great, great week. So many amazing things have happened. This week also made me realise, oh God, fingering so many pies. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. I've talked pharma industry, clinical research, skin issues, AI, talked shea butter. We're in July, so shea month is July, it's shea month, so shea butter production is the season right now. Talked chickens, the chicken farm. What else? It's just crazy. You can move from one subject to another and just flow. But love it, wouldn't have it any other way. Just, yeah.
But it's interesting, isn't it? Because I was talking to somebody a couple of months ago, and we were discussing the difference between a business owner and an entrepreneur. And she was saying to me that people call her an entrepreneur, but she's not. She said, I'm not an entrepreneur at all. She said, I've basically got one business that I've built. She said, so I am a business owner that's grown a business.
That's actually interesting.
She said, whereas an entrepreneur can't do that. An entrepreneur has to have all different things going on all of the time. So she said, sometimes you might have somebody that's taken that kind of controlled route to start with to grow that first business, but they still can't help themselves, which is kind of really what you've done.
Yes.
Being honest about it, is that you started sort of going down one route and then you were like, oh, but what's over here, what's over here? And like you really found your entrepreneurial spirit.
Absolutely. I mean, it's I think, is that nature versus nurture thing? Are you entrepreneurs born or made?
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think I'm a natural entrepreneur. I came from a family of entrepreneurs where you're doing something and then something else comes up. You think, ooh, that's very, very interesting. But somehow all the dots connect because you're the common denominator. So, and when I look at everything that I'm doing, it all connects. It all makes sense and they all fit really well and feed into each other somehow. But I think I agree. An entrepreneur can start out as a business owner and then diversify into other things. But when somebody actually comes up with an idea and runs a business and builds a business, one business, yes, that is a business owner. But if you ask me what do I do, I'd say yes, I'm an entrepreneur and I have multiple businesses. And I think where I'm really proud of myself is that a lot of entrepreneurs have the idea and can sort of start things, and it will take somebody else to come and take that idea, shape it, and mold it into a business. I think my corporate background has really helped me to be able to take it from idea, concept, and build a business out of it and let it run.
I think also, I've just witnessed this in the other office. So the other thing is that you are very clear on what you don't do.
Absolutely.
And therefore you don't like wasting time. And so therefore you identify very quickly what you don't do and palm it off on someone else as quickly as you possibly can.
That's right. It's about identifying who self-awareness is very important.
Mm-hmm.
People's strengths and weaknesses is very, very important. You know how we, as line managers in the corporate world, you do the strengths and weaknesses, and you're trying to focus on somebody's weaknesses and help them build that. I don't believe in that. I think just maximize the person's strength 100%. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not good at. If you put me into something I'm not good at, I switch off completely. So it's about knowing what you're good at and focusing on that as opposed to what you're not good at. And you're right, I get into a call, very selfishly, I know what I want from that call before I go into that call. And I usually get it within the first 10 minutes. Call might be an hour, I've got it now. So waffle along, unless you say something that triggers something else for me. I got it, and I just sit back and just put it on mute and just carry on.
Let it run.
Yeah.
And I think that, you're an admitted control freak.
Absolutely.
But it's the good thing that you aren't in control of everything, because you know the bits that you don't want to be in control of. And so that's quite interesting, because many people who proclaim themselves as control freaks then won't let go of anything.
Oh, I'm happy to let go of
Do you know what I mean?
things.
So it's a really good, in an entrepreneurial business growth environment, it's really good to be able to, especially when you know you're a bit of a control freak, and then trust comes in.
Absolutely.
So that you wouldn't hand something over to somebody that you don't trust.
No, I completely agree. And I think I always believe in people buy from people. Everything is about relationships, and at multiple levels. I walk into a place, I want to know the name of the person at security, and because they're the people, you know what I mean? The cleaners, those people, they're here, they're the ones that know, the lay of the land, like Wagwan.
Yeah.
So it's really, one day you might see this person as a subordinate or somebody who's not on the same level as you. Tomorrow there'll be 10 levels above you. You just know condition is permanent in this world.
And not just that, it's, that being completely non-judgmental.
That's a human being.
Is humane. And just because somebody is in a particular role, what makes them any lesser of a person or a benefit or a support or a human being? There's no lid on that one.
I completely agree. It's interesting. Some people have said to me, "Oh, you've got to be slightly different now because you've got an MBE." I'm thinking, well, why? I got it for who I was or I am.
Yeah.
So why should I be any different? Because I've got a few letters after my name. I'm proud of it. I love it now, because even during Zoom calls and things, I go and change my name. Shalom Lloyd MBE, because I'm owning it more and more now. But I also realize it has an impact on other people. People's perception of who you are.
Absolutely.
It's crazy, right? It's very, very interesting. I'm learning to work it.
Oh, and you'll watch other people use it as well. Today I'm meeting with Shalom Lloyd MBE. They'll use it, and
I'd love to hear somebody use it.
100%. Well, I do. Unashamedly. Because I can't be telling you to own it.
If you don't, and
I've got to own it for you, right? So it's got to walk the talk.
That's right. I mean, I do love what you started with in terms of business owner versus business owner and entrepreneur. There can be a combination of both.
Naturally, there's a combination of both. If you're an entrepreneur, it means that you're involved in a number of things, which means you've usually got a number of businesses or are involved in a number of businesses.
Yeah.
But if you're a business owner, it tends to be you have one business that you are operating and growing, but there isn't anything outside of that.
That's right. That's right.
And there are a couple of experiences I've had where a business owner who isn't a natural entrepreneur has tried to diversify and fallen over on several levels because actually they're trying to push out of something that isn't actually as natural to them. That doesn't mean that's your nurture piece. Doesn't mean that they don't learn from that one and then try another little something or whatever. But it's interesting when you see the difference in mindset and they almost find it discombobulating. Whereas the likes of you and I would find it discombobulating just to be on one channel.
That's right.
I find it really difficult. Not because I can't concentrate, because I can be there and focused and there and focused and there and focused.
Exactly.
But it's more about the fact that that's not comfortable for them.
Self-awareness is very, very important. I think people underestimate or underrate it. Self-awareness is once you know yourself, right? The greatest love of your life is you.
Yes.
That for
it
me,
has to be.
It has to be,
has
right?
To be. Well, you're back to first aid rule. If you don't look after yourself, you can't look after anybody else.
What was that? I can't remember who was a talk show from years ago when I was younger. If you don't love yourself, how in the hell do you expect somebody else to love type thing? And that is so true. And part of loving yourself is also knowing yourself and being aware of who you are, your likes, your dislikes, how you react in different situations. That for me is really, really important because yes, I am a self-certified control freak, but at the same time, I like to control things that I can. And if there's a situation where somebody needs, or what we need here is information technology, or I just kind of start to backtrack. That's not me. That's somebody else. Step in. In this case today it was, no, Tina, you step in because that's not my bag. I'm done for today. I have no actions. And I'm going to try to pump off the actions to somebody else anyway. But yeah, I think that self-awareness is really, really critical.
Yeah. I mean, years ago, it's interesting because when you are comfortable in your own skin, it brings out either the best or the worst sometimes in others. So sometimes that natural, innate, kind of comfortable, confident aspect of oneself can make other people feel insecure, inferior, and obviously that is on them, not us as individuals. And I remember once being accused of wanting to be good at everything.
I can relate to that.
And when you stop for a moment, and I think I was, how old was I? 22, 23 at the time, having had a successful business from the age of 16. And I stopped for a moment and I thought, I do a lot of things. Do I want to be good at everything? Like, is that a true statement? And I said to the person, and I took due consideration, and then I said, do you know what? I don't want to be good at everything, but what I do want is to be good at everything I do. And I said, I think that's a different kind of concept. So I do like doing a lot of things, and those things that I do like to do, I want to be good at. But that isn't somebody who wants to be good at everything. Do I want to be an accountant? No. Do I want to be a computer analyst? No. So I said, so many things that I could tell you far more than I do that I don't want to do. And it's interesting how, as entrepreneurs, because we do so much, there's almost a kind of, from some people, there's an imposition or a view that you want to be good at everything.
I completely agree. I think I want to be good at what I'm good at.
You want to develop what you're good at. You want
I want to be
embrace
better.
Be even better.
At what I'm good at, because when I focus on that, it just shines through. And recognizing things that I'm not good at, and then finding that skill set within my network to help plug that gap.